I forgot to set the game on Twitch.
What? Oh, that one.
Which you
Edit?
yeah.
That one?
Yes.
What do I take?
Dishonored?
Dishonored?
And then you select the lowest option with the longest name.
Update.
Whoopsie doozes.
Hello,
Clearly nobody
potato.
had to notice that. You can carry
and hello,
on.
tennis. Alright, just 1 second while I update all the things. Whoa! Oh, my thing, my volumes just went mad.
Okay.
Hello, Alfie. Hello, Taka. Hello, Belorso. Hang on. Right, I've got to go to live streaming.
Met a girl from
And hello, Terry.
Our love ended poorly.
Right,
I spied a lass from Bristol. 'Twas good I had my pistol. Then I met a lady from Tibia. Something and happier.
Okay, I've done the thumbnail. Hey, I'm getting with this. And hello, Babam.
You're almost proficient at this.
Yeah. Look at me. Okay, right. YouTube's good to go. I've done all the things on there. I don't need to do anything on Twitch, do I? Just check that we're live. We're live.
Terry thinks the dogs here look ugly. Sal, your opinion?
They're not the prettiest looking of creatures.
Fair point.
I mean, you know, that humpback just doesn't really...
And somebody accuses me of listening to Tenacious D. I have no idea what that is. So I'd like to argue that I probably don't. So, remember what we're doing. We're going to Dolores Michaels Loans Bank. They had more on it, but I can't read it from here. Deposit and loan bank.
Yeah.
No, there was more. There was a finance section somewhere too. And associates too. To go make a withdrawal of money, I guess. Apparently we're going to work down there too.
Oh, suggestion that the vets have been doing some genetic engineering and stitching the front and back of different animals together. Now, we've missed the people have been chatting in stream long before we arrived. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, and Bell also was saying about the hammer and sickle of the Soviets in the Life is Feudal. Huh? And Alfie says he hasn't watched any of the Life is Feudal. Alfie, how dare you? You should see it. It's good. Pre-recorded
You
a month
might
ago.
be a bit biased.
It's in the recording. I did do a batch up front. And yeah, new series on Half-Life 2, which we started recording 2 years ago. And we didn't release it because we've been playing it over the last 2 years, so there's big jumps because there's 6 of us in it. Oops. What? And so getting us all together. Oh.
Ah, it was going
dear.
so great. Excuse me. Why didn't that work?
Oh dear.
Did they just shoot me? Ugh.
Oh dear.
Ow.
That looked painful.
Excuse me, nobody could have expected that somebody looks up a balcony. Well, at least we can listen to this again.
Syria district are urged to maintain orderly and well-appointed facades to their homes and
Oh, Terry says he agrees. Life is Feudal is brilliant. Terry's enjoying it. Oh, but Mum says we've fallen way behind on YouTube, so no spoilers. Mia's Rowstone number 90. People don't look up. I like that one.
This is totally not gonna work. Come on, give me focus on the dog.
Belle also stares at Mia. The only thing no one ever expects is the Spanish Inquisition. Potato is currently...
Come on, it could have gone through there.
Potato is currently researching how to make a storyteller mod in RimWorld. When he figures it out, he'll make a storytellers of most of the NewTubers.
Nothing here. Let's have a look around.
You can't take out dogs quietly. Also, people already agreed that they don't like them, so it's okay. Right?
Yeah, I don't think they're, like... I mean, not that I would ever condone that in real life, but...
You probably also wouldn't condone robbing a bank in real life.
True, yeah.
Or being a space wizard person with a weird arm.
But I can be a cat that eats butterflies.
Yes, that you sure can in real life, I assume. Whale oil. Ooh!
Bobom says he's playing Urban Empire and the elite class have 9 satisfaction for everything, yet overall he says 8. Ooh, boo! Also, what happened to Apple?
Sorry. What?
Apple... Well, the main thing that's happened to Apple is Pugby.
He turned into a bee.
No. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Oh, Puggy.
Oh, yeah. Puggy. I got my letters, my acronym the wrong way around.
Oof. Look at them. They're all shaken. And he's just standing there and sneezing into his hand. That can't be alright. Work area?
What were we recording, Mia? We were all playing something when Boris phoned Apple, and it turned out that Apple was in the middle of some secret manoeuvres at a tank base, and he had to pretend he was Melon.
Never earned those medals.
I don't
Quite the
remember
soldier
that.
he is.
It was a bit funny.
Say something.
It probably was, but I don't remember what I'm recording.
This should be able to open the hatches.
Lovely. What hatches? Oh, that hatch. How do I get there?
And Terry said that he thought for a moment that he was killed by one of Mia's bees in Space Engineers. Apple, that is. What was that? Oh, Terry remembers the phone call to Apple. I think it was I think we played Space Engineers.
That episode released long ago, actually.
It was ages ago. But this was like maybe spring or something when we recorded it.
So why are we bringing it up now again?
We're talking about Apple. The fact that Apple's in Half-Life 2. And Apple's still in Half-Life 2. He was in our last recording session.
Yeah, he just makes it a bit difficult to have Half-Life 2 recording sessions.
Which is why it's taken 2 years. Because there's... we've all had availability difficulties over the last couple of years. Well, not at first. There was a whole glut of them at first, wasn't there? We did quite a few of the sessions all together, and then there'd be a few months before we could all get together again, and we'd do another couple of hours, and then but it's fun.
What is this? No, gone. Oh no! Why are you? Where am I stuck? All right. Come on, really long arms. Oh no!
I don't like that.
What's going on?
Oh no.
Oh, I think they've
Why would they
spotted you,
stop
Nick.
there?
Wait for my orders.
Why, they clearly didn't wait, so you're doing something wrong, lady. Excuse me! Give me that!
Oh,
I went over the back.
here is swimming with the fishes, stuck in a pond. Bell also says, so, since we're already on the topic of space engineers, next NID Space Engineers episode when?
Never.
No, there will be.
Never.
But I think it's more dependent on Boris, unless Mia and I do something. Yeah, more dependent on Boris than anything. Boris's job's a little taxing at the moment. Has been for the last couple of months. And so, because he's got less free time on his hands, he's tends to play things that are more relaxing, like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds.
Sharp blood, feet fall, bones broken rocks, not us. Find small places, slip down cliffside to nibble, fingers clutching shining bone below.
Okay, thank you for this rather useless bit of information.
And sorry for all the bits of chat that I've missed there. And so, yeah, Potato, I'll tell Mia about that later.
What?
I'll tell you later. And I missed reading out Dennis's joke. Let's see, I have a joke that's quite fucked up. Whenever there's a terrorist...
Sal?
Sorry. Okay, it's quite fiddly-diddly, dude.
Thank you.
Up.
I mean, we have Taka here. Please be on your best behaviour.
Whenever there's a terrorist attack somewhere in the world, Israel acts like a veteran player speaking to a noob. It's like, oh, building bombings. Oh, you're going to have fun in a few years. No, I can't tell you. You'll have to wait and see. Which is an interesting perspective, because, of course, Dennis is in Israel. So, yeah, interesting perspective from the inside Israel point of view. There's a call for more German lessons in space engineers. So I did mention last week that I'm not doing much recording just for a few weeks because I've got an exam at the end of November and I'm putting as much of my free time into avoiding doing any revision.
Please stop polluting my cliffside. Goodbye.
Tidying up, me.
A bit. How do I get in there?
But yeah, once I've got over that, and on the good news, I've been told at work that because we have a problem at the moment with too many people and not enough desks, my floor of the office has been selected to trial more working from home. Because the type of work that I do requires lots of research and writing reports and stuff, I'm one of the people who's expected to work more from home in quotes, than some of the others. So I'd say about half my team needs to be in the office actually doing the work. The other half of the team doesn't. So we're all going, yeah, you know, it's such a difficulty, but we're prepared to make the sacrifice. Dennis says, I remember how Boris and Apple stayed up all weekend and there were some pretty funny moments. For example, me telling how I almost...
What the... what do you mean this is just a crank wheel?
How I almost...
No.
shot at himself, is that alright, mate?
Sure.
On the train.
Nobody notices that. Right.
Terry says, Sal, watch out if they start hot desking. That's a real pain in the sit-upon. Yeah, they are. It's not exactly hot desking. We're having less desks than people, and nobody actually will have a designated desk. It's not quite hot desking. It's more that anybody who's able to work from locations other than the office are being asked to do so. People who need to be desk-based will be. So it's like my team. I've got 6 people, and I'm going to have 5 desks. So it's not the kind of free-for-all of a usual hot desking situation. It's a bit sort of a halfway house. And I'm quite happy with it. Potato says, do you have enough videos on buffer to fill your absence? Yeah, I do. I might have to do just 1 or 2, but you know, I can't be avoiding revising all the time. I need to have some fun as well. Now, Potato says, look on your bright side, Sal, you get to work in your PJs. Yeah, they have actually pointed that out as because it's recognised as being a that flexibility is being asked of the employees. We're being told that because we are prepared to sacrifice our permanent office desks or share a desk with somebody, then we are we're being sold on the idea that we can work from home, work whatever hours suits us, because if you don't need to be in the office, then you don't need to be available at certain times. It's about doing the amount of work that you need to do rather than the amount of hours you need to work, and that you can sit at home and work in your PJs should you wish. But Terry says at Potato, no she can't, she'll offend Mia.
She will.
Yeah. I'm only allowed to work in my PJs by work. You know what, I'll do some. I can't get away with working from home and not doing anything. But yeah, I could only get away with that if I wore at least 3 layers. I need special permission to enter the living room with a pair of shorts on.
Bonfire?
I think it's more of a campfire than a bonfire.
I'm pretty sure that's a Dark Souls bonfire reference.
Oh, why is there like a sword in the middle of it?
It even saves for me at the bonfire.
Oh,
I still have the gun.
Dennis says, I was about to tell a Whiterun joke, but then I refused to stoop so low. Whiterun jokes suck even more than Riften. Yeah, I've decided that every settlement that I create in any game from henceforth shall be called Whiterun.
Okay, I'm gonna take a gamble here.
Unless there's more than one place in a single game.
Please don't fall down. Oh, I was too cautious. Hold on.
Oh, Babom's having problems with his Wi-Fi. And Dennis says, Sal, why do you let Mia tell you how to dress? You're an adult and he lives at your house. Because Mia is
the only one who can take proper care of the household.
Yeah.
And the household can't be properly maintained if the people inside the household aren't properly maintained themselves. Would you sit already, you? Fine, let's sit here.
It's kind of, he's going to have so many bruises when he wakes up. Oh.
He was bleeding on the bench already.
Yes.
Apparently I sat him down too many times.
Indeed.
So he doesn't exist anymore.
Dennis says, Sal, please no, I beg of you, please no. About calling it Whiterun.
Huh.
Babom says, Urban Empire Mark II, Whiterun. Oh, the Spotted Cow says, moo moo, no good moo to you too.
Oh, I'm emptying the poppy tincture in here. Sure.
Ooh, what's that then?
That's the stuff I bought at the auction last time.
Terry Love says, bollocks, mate. Oh, Biddly bums, mate. At home, people should be able to wear or not wear whatever they want. Well, this is what I'm trying to convince Mia of, is that he doesn't need to be suited and booted at home. He can relax. So he's allowed to unbutton the top button on his shirt, and that's okay.
No, it's not.
Potato says, well, when I was thinking PJs, I was thinking the standard cosy pants and top, sweats and t-shirt, not sexy undies and a lazy gown. But that could be the case. I don't know. I won't judge. Well, I am actually sat here in the standard
Easy.
cosy pants
Now
and
for the difficult
t-shirt
part.
and sweat top. That is exactly how I'm dressed at the moment.
I need to stay quiet. They could still wake up if I make too much noise.
Oh, lacy gown. Yeah, I thought a lazy gown might have been a Canadian phrase for, sort of fancy, sexy gown. Belle also quotes me as saying he's going to have so many bruises when he wakes up, and then Mia proceeds to throw him over the edge. Well, that's one problem solved. So true.
So they're just sleeping, right? They're not unconscious. So that means if I step too close to them, they'll wake up.
Oh.
Right.
Really sleeping?
Well, she's moving.
Oh, why is she sleeping? She is just sleeping. Why is she sleeping there?
Poppy tincture? I just emptied that into the air duct and everybody fell
I
asleep.
see.
Don't mind if I do. What's this?
Why doesn't it affect you?
Hmm?
Why doesn't it affect you?
Because I emptied it, then it made everybody fall asleep and I entered the building after that? I don't know.
Dennis says, Sal, can you say this, please?
No.
Padaras
No, she can't.
yebanotini. Yebanoti. Padaras. Padaras yebanoti.
Notes on the vault safe code. Vault safe codes sound good. Is it a mathematical sequence? Not all of the digits in the combinations are prime numbers, but it must be a pattern. Each number is generated by the numbers before it. Under what arithmetic conditions are they generated? The root question? No, the root question. I must join up all the safe combinations into one long sequence, but skip the safe locked with a double set of keys. It disrupts Jindo's sequence. Why would he do this? What purpose does this serve? I hate no man in Kanaka more than I hate Kieran bloody Jindosh.
We're not going to have to work out that puzzle, are we? I hate numerical puzzles. I like maths, hate numbers.
Well, this is the Fibonacci sequence, isn't it?
I hate the Fibonacci series.
Series, there we go.
Yeah.
Right,
Well,
fine.
it might even have been sequence. I didn't like Fibonacci.
Anyway.
Yeah, sexy underwear is more of a floor decoration, if you know what I mean. Oh, frowns from Mia.
Please don't leave your clothing lying on the floor. That is unsanitary. Otherwise, it'll make you look like a teenager who's too good.
Dennis says, I like maths, hate people.
Well, solve this thing here. Here, quick, take a screenshot of this and then solve the safe code. We've got a 2, and a 3, and 11, and a 5. Where does it have an 11? Where does the 11 come in?
And what's the 0 next to the 11 about?
A safe code, I assume.
Hey, Ralph, who says, what's up, bloodies?
A direction, I assume. Ouch. Anyway, back to banking.
Someone made that joke in the office the other day. It was to my boss, and my boss just didn't get it, and I had to explain.
Mortgage and loan offices.
One of the lawyers walked up to my boss and just said, what's up? Oh no, she said, what's up? And then he said, the sky. And she looked at him really confused. And I had to explain. And then she was like, yeah.
Why do you need to explain that? Take a second to think about it and you know what people mean. Sal, that's an emoticon from Twitch that can't be displayed.
Yeah, you can if I
this.
click on that link.
Well,
I
you
can
don't
see
need
it
to
there.
click on the...
Yeah, Yeah, I've nothing against Fibonacci personally. Let's just I would like to clarify that. Fibonacci was a fine mathematician, I'm sure. I just don't like his branch of maths. Crap joke, your co-workers are mentally about 5. Oh, that's the mature ones.
Reminder, they are wearing styrofoam hats.
Yes.
Right. Who just leaves a window open
Dennis
like
says,
this?
so story time. Yesterday something very fun, and that's with the sarcasm, happened. I got hit by a car while riding my bicycle back from the post office. I was getting my new ID.
That's a funny story.
I came out fine other than a slight limp, but my keys were smashed to... Shiminy shoe.
Shiminy shoe.
Potato says, okay, Mia, whenever I'm in a situation that involves sexy underwear, I'll be sure to wash, fold and put away before they hit the floor.
I should be able to open some doors from here.
Oh yeah, I should.
And Belle also says, Boris would have fun with all those 5-year-olds then.
Don't push the small buttons or the big one.
Don't press the red button, press the red button.
Oh no, everything turned green.
Was that you shouldn't have pressed the red button?
I don't know, but I don't want the front door open just in case guards can't come running.
Don't worry, Dennis. Mia only laughed because you said it was a joke. Mia, the newly pronounced sociopath. And Dennis says that the comment about the 5-year-olds puts Boris in a bad image. Yeah, Boris was kind of uncomfortable with the running joke he kind of set himself, which got into the realms of like, it wasn't so much paedophilia as child slavery.
Hold on, I was child slavery.
Oh yeah, you were the child. You were the call centre, weren't you?
Yeah.
It wasn't a joke. I really did get hit by a car and my leg hurts. I'm really sorry, Dennis. I hope you feel better soon. Oh yeah, it's because you said very funny. Yeah.
Boil. I like to boil things. Oh, hold on. Maybe I should not go to the boiler room. People kind of tend to tell me things.
Maybe you shouldn't go where because people tell you what?
I shouldn't go down to the boiler room? I'll explain later.
Okay. I was just thinking, in many horror films, going into the boiler room is generally a bad idea.
How's it a bad idea to get into the boiler room?
Boiler rooms in large buildings and basements in residential properties. Always the same thing. It's where the thing that's going to kill the dumb blonde lives. Or
Why
works.
does the dumb blonde walk into the boiler room?
Potato says, "Oh, Mia doesn't want to see his wife." Nice one, Potato. Terry says, rats in the boiler room? Mia's friends with rats.
Not willingly.
Pell also says, speaking of boilers, those people that you put in one a few weeks back should be done by now.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, well cooked.
Ooh. An arc
Oh,
pylon.
what's that? What is it?
An arc pylon?
Yeah, what's one of them?
Let me
Oh, is it a
demonstrate.
zappy thing?
An arc pylon!
Oh.
It pylons your arcs. I hope this was sufficient as a demonstration.
That was a sufficient demonstration.
Thank
yes.
you. I appreciate that you realised. Now, how do I deal with it without...
So, someone give him a Rara Stone M for was that a sufficient demonstration?
Right. That was easy. Oh, look. They're on rails.
That's karma for laughing at me, says Dennis. Yeah. Mia didn't mean it, though. And Dennis says, I am true Slav, and I have potato power. No, not the nib potato, an actual potato. And I will soldier through the pain and leg press 170 kilograms like I did today. Insert Russian anthem.
It was really loud. I'm happy nobody woke up from that.
Potato says, but Sal, you're a smart blonde, so what would happen to you then? I don't go into the boiler room stroke basement when I know that there is a mad axeman on the loose.
Now, believing into mad axemen, or axes in general, is a bit superstitious, don't you think?
What? Sorry? That was a bit loud in my headphones.
Yeah, I know. It is really loud on my end too. I was saying, don't you think it's a bit superstitious to believe in axes and men?
Well, if there's strange happenings and body parts turning up or noises down in the basement after your car broke down in the forest outside and you found an abandoned house but the doors all boarded up and whatever the circumstances, if I for any reason think that something strange is going on, I tool up and get my back to the corner, make sure that I am as in as defensible and aggressive position as possible on the grounds that if anyone's going to take me out, they're coming with me.
Sanitation.
Why are axemen always mad? I suppose.
Oh.
I mean, there must be some axemen who... I used to have a hatchet that I kept under my bed, don't tell me. I wonder what happened to that hatchet. I don't know what happened to that hatchet.
Have I been in here before? I think I've been in there before.
Plus the dumb blonde is normally the one who gets killed while having sex. Yeah, often enough. I mean, I can understand that. You know, being distracted.
Oh, Jesus.
Or some psychopath, like, creeps up on you and...
Cienfuegos was obsessed, and it got him killed.
Stop, please.
Bell also says, at Mia, out here near the German-Dutch border, someone did indeed chop off his ex's head and walk through the streets with it. We all know what fun times Sal had with the hatchet. Probably left it under the bed when you moved houses, apartments. Yeah, probably. I've abandoned so much stuff over the years in exactly that way.
Level change doors.
But I've also picked up an awful lot of stuff in that way. I've got a really nice kitchen knife. I just don't know where that is, actually. I keep telling Mia that I've got this really nice kitchen knife somewhere. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It might be in a knife drawer in some old apartment. I definitely had it in the last apartment that I lived in. I'm sure, like, you know, somewhere tucked in the back of a box that I thought I'd unpacked, but there's still some bits in the top of the wardrobe or something.
Look, at this meeting they have got an old apricot tartlets.
Huh?
At this meeting to room table thing, they've got old apricot tartlets.
Apricot tartlets.
Sure, that works too. Oh,
We never get
DAAC
apricot
meeting minutes.
Actually, at our board meetings,
Yes.
because it's not that the meeting lasts all day, but we do a whole load of sessions with the Neds before, and then we do like the board meeting after. So we've got all the Neds in all day. So we do lay on a buffet lunch, and which is great because then when the meeting's over, there's always leftovers. So we have a leftover board Thursday, where we eat our fill, and then we take all of the leftovers upstairs to the rest of the staff so they can all fill. And there is something really, really nice. I don't know, anyone else who's worked in an office might know this, but I think it's a bizarre thing. Food that you would never ordinarily eat, like dried, curled up cheese and pickle sandwiches or something. Somehow, when it's given to you for free and leftovers after somebody else's meeting, it's just like far better than anything. I love leftover board days. Terry says Mia probably has it in his deep storage tunnels. Yeah, I think that was the hatchet actually. And hey, and this is Belle also quoting me, "Hey Mia, I've got this really nice kitchen knife." I can only imagine Mia's face upon having heard that from his landlady. Sal, you left the hatchet.
That must be the vault. It's some kind of fancy elevator. A control room can move the vault into 2 places. I need to find a way to move that thing, one way or another.
The Wall of Light. Haven't seen one of those in a while. What was that?
Sal, you left the hatchet in the dungeon you left me in to make art. Also, can you at least dispose of my amputated legs in the trash? They're starting to smell. Oh god, that's a metal thing. That's like those dancing things, Mia. That you know the ones. You show me the dancing robots and I can dance to the tune even though I can't hear the tune.
Oh, that.
What is that?
I'll explain later.
What shall I tell people to Google so that they know what we're talking about?
Secret Institute ending.
Secret Institute ending, yeah. So there is if you look on YouTube for the Secret Institute ending, not now obviously, finish watching this, stay loyal, you sexy viewers. What? No, I just told them to go away. I have to now coax them back, so I'm allowed to call them sexy viewers when
well, fine. How do I get
past all the things? How about up there?
Alright.
Suspect that you might need to take it out anyway.
How do I take that thing out without making noise? There are unconscious people all around here.
What's he doing to that sleeping person?
I think he's...
Michael's bank treasures your business.
I think it's touching him.
No, it's just watching.
Ah.
It's a guard thing.
Checking his ID going, yeah, do I kill him? No, he's supposed to be here.
Well, yeah, precisely.
The bomb says, it's in the kitchen knife in an alternative dimension where lost things collect over many years, and we will one day discover and reclaim our belongings. Yeah, along with all the pens I've lost over the years. Terry says, at my place they ban tea, coffee and biscuits. At our place they do free tea and coffee. It's not wonderful, but you know, it's just like Kenko or something. And free milk, because there was a bit of a hoo-ha, for want of a better description, about, because we have 2 fridges per floor in the office, and they're just the little under-the-counter ones. And that's not enough space for everybody to put their own bottle of milk in. So it ended up with the company deciding that the impact of getting everybody to buy their own milk and the inefficiency of that was so bad that it was better if they just bought the milk and we all shared. And Dennis says, if I hear something weird in my house and I'm alone, I take out the wooden batten I made and prepare an ambush next to my door. My room is very convenient for an ambush at the door. Yeah, that's the kind of the approach I would take, actually. The mum says, is this like the good old ration raffle? I'm not sure, because I'm a bit behind on chat, so not sure what that refers to. But Mom says it's probably considered a bit weird, but I always try and have a Swiss Army knife on me. It comes in handy a lot. And yeah, I mean, especially that weird gadget for picking horses' hooves. You never know when you need that. And a couple of screwdrivers. And
Clients will receive unlimited drafts on their primary Michael's account and a set of Sevilla cookie knives. Join today.
are you sure about this, Smith?
Yes. I saw the cable for the wall of light go in here. So if I just sneak in here to deactivate the wall of light, I can walk through there while the robot's not looking. Right. Is
Is
robot
that
looking?
C3PO? But Mom says, did I miss a stream?
Pretty sure C3PO would be a lot different if he weren't
Bit more gold.
advertisement security robot for a fictional bank.
I don't think you can bang that thing's head into the floor, says Terry. And mine, says Potato. Spotted Cow says, more General Grievous.
Yeah, that's closer. Oh no! Oh no! Why did she wake up? Why did she wake up? What
I
happened?
think they're all...
No use running!
Oh dear.
Kneel down to your
What
betters.
happened? I was really quiet.
Did it just run out?
Later I'll be laughing over rum about how you died.
Attention, intruder in the vault HQ. All security personnel report to your assigned stations. Stay on and on
Is
guard.
Sal behind or is my latency way up? No, I'm behind. Too busy chatting to be reading. BT became very stingy, said Terry. Oh, is that who you work for? Are you still
Oh, did the robot notice that the wall of light is offline?
Hey.
Oh no.
You'll soon know if you walk out and everybody's already awake.
Time ran out. Why would the time run out? Why, if there's a time, why doesn't it give me the time? They never talked about time.
Terry says, anyone breaking into my flat will have to work for it, and then will break their neck falling over all the rubbish on the floor. Potato says, I have a sword, so I'm pretty solid for my defense stroke offense. As long as they don't have a gun while at a distance, I should be solid. Bamboo and metal, says Potato. Yep, Taka says, time ran out.
Michael's bank treasures your business.
Rarstone number 91. Shh, it's a library. Terry says he took early redundancy package and retired in 2008. Yeah, I used to work for one of BT's competitors, and but I was in the fixed line data market, so I used to focus on things like dark fibre and duck and way leaves and trenches and stuff like that. Gigabit Ethernet, when that was a big exciting thing that nobody had heard of. BT didn't offer it because they hadn't quite got round to developing it. Well, they were trialling it, but it wasn't available at the market, so I brought it to market.
I have no idea what I came here for.
He looks like he could turn and look at you any moment.
It's a robot. It follows protocol. So how do I get through there now? Oh, it's moving again.
Is it a timing thing? Do you have to shut it off while
Well,
the
I
robot's
can't
not
shut it
looking,
off.
and then get back to it and get through it before the robot...
Michael's bank treasures your business.
That robot looks like the love child of General Grievous and Edward Scissorhands. Good comparison. Terry says, I never worked on telephones. I was a software engineer and worked on all sorts of non-core interesting projects, including write an online multiplayer bridge game. Oh, what was that? I went to a BT development site somewhere, I think it was out in East Anglia. Got taken around a load of labs and things. Oh, but tell you what, the best thing I got was BT took me down into the Guardian tunnels in Manchester, where they've got their switches. Not actually into the switch room, but into the cabling tunnels. Like, you know, switch room you needed security clearance to get into. But yeah, miles and miles of underground Cold War tunnels used now for telecoms cables. Potato says they are all asleep, so you could poke them with your oversized kitchen knife sword and they wouldn't even notice.
I'm pretty sure they'd make a blood-hurling cry as soon as I do that.
Alfie says, whereabouts did you work, Terry? I was in BT wholesale pricing in the 90s. It's going to turn out, isn't it? At one point in time, we were all in the same office. Boam says, someone I used to know was one of the major minds who invented fibre optics. I had a lot of dealings at one point with Cornings, who went around their optical fibre manufacturing plant in Deeside. That was really interesting. Martlesham, yes, that was it. Martlesham. Yeah, I went to Martlesham.
Is that a long-lost cousin of Boris Praversham?
I can't remember whether it was called Adadastra Park or not. Or whether, because I think it was still known as Martlesham, but it might have been renamed. But I mean, Martlesham's such an easy place to remember the name of compared to Adadastra Park. Adadastral, yeah.
Ugh.
Terry says, Adadastral Park full of bright people and a load of wannabes. Potato says, so what's on the Chef Mir menu tonight, Sal?
What?
What you cooking, Mir? They renamed it to be Old Ponzi. I'm gonna guess that they renamed it at around the time that all the rebranding was going on in the UK, where the post office called itself Celestia or something. The British Gas called itself Centrica or something, and everyone was renaming and rebranding themselves. Renaming it to Adadastral, which means to the stars. Tells you all you need to know. Quite.
Apparently I'm supposed to do something with lockboxes here.
Yeah, BT were always really good at developing technology quickly. But then I guess because they're so large, they're actually quite slow at bringing it to market. Terry says I joined the Post Office Data Processing Service in 1973.
Contracts. Rags to riches, I guess. Overheard of the Spectre Club,
then,
someone quite drunk bragging loudly. When I first came to Kanaka, I only had 315 coin to my name, and today I opened my own lockbox at the bank. 3 cocktails later, it was revealed that said lockbox is next to some journalist and contains a precious gemstone. Get me that gem. I guess it's 315.
Yeah, same here. What you cooking?
Well, that's not it. Maybe this one. Ta-da!
Michaels and Associates Deposit and Loan Bank is a warrant holder
Why
to the
does
Crown. By
Security
appointment
Chief
of Her Imperial
Penna
Highness
have
Emily
to lie
Copeland.
here?
That robot's awfully close to the door.
I know, but luckily he doesn't walk around.
He might still see you if you stood on the other side of the room. Yeah, okay, that corner's fine.
What's Christopher George's
New clients will
combination?
receive unlimited drafts on their primary Michaels account and a set of Sibylla cooking knives. Join today.
Oh,
Ah,
important. Do not forget. Enter security office. Code B15D. Page bank directly. Code M22Q. Those are a lot of codes.
This is what I needed.
Apparently this is what she needed.
indeed. Mum says try 1, 2, 3.
Do you think the robot will realize if I turn the floor here off? I
Could
realised
you not
when
get
the wall of light
robot
was
to
off.
run in there, because wouldn't it get electrocuted?
No, it's probably tuned to this floor. Any normal guard can walk through there. Any person who isn't attuned to the floor will get electrocuted. Similar to the arc pylon.
Do the robots look up?
Probably.
Ah!
Luckily, I fall quietly.
Oops. Good job you're practicing at falling quietly.
Alright, let's be reasonable about this.
Just what every secure bank needs is walkways in the roof.
Saying of the
Yeah.
week, the
Private.
best things in life are expensive. Start saving today.
Ugh. No peripheral vision at all.
Whew.
What's he reading? Dr. Galvani's memoirs. The 28th day of the month of high cold. The most important day of my life. Hold on, wasn't one of the lockers Galvani?
Just watch which way that robot's looking before he... Oh, it's alright, it's behind another.
Oh, which one's the month of high cold? I have a stupid
Terry
idea.
says, I don't suppose the robot will be affected by Mia's favourite, ether. No, I wouldn't have thought
Probably
so.
not.
Are the robots affected by anything, Mia? Why don't you save it just for, you know, because you've got so far and one little phone?
But in the end, it didn't even matter, as Apple put it.
What?
Never mind.
That was an Apple quote, but I don't get it.
On Bertie the bird. I guess this is Bertie the bird. I called Bertie as we came to call him on one of those ill-fated expeditions to the Pendician continent, which I and a few others attempted from time to time to follow in the footsteps of the great Sokolov. The birds assemble in great flocks and nest in cliff sides. He had flown too close to our ship, and so one of the sailors snared him with a well-thrown net, and we managed to cage him. He was the first of his species to reach Crystolian shores. He caused a stir in the popular imagination when I first displayed him. I did a circuit of public lectures on Pendician fauna, and each theatre was packed with people hopeful for a glimpse of my little bird. I heard from some friends that Bertie even featured in some children's literature with fanciful illustrations. I don't want to read more about this bird. Why can't I close this?
So apparently it was the Linkin Park quote, which people are very pleased about.
No, it's an Apple quote. He keeps saying that whenever we're playing Half-Life.
Oh, does he? Ah, I missed that. I don't pay that much attention to Apple. Love you, Apple. Pour a glass of water on the robot. Maybe he'll short it out, says Terry.
Oh, an elevator. Which I can't use because it makes a ding noise every time it touches the floor.
The bomb thought that you were trying to brute force that lock for a moment. Wouldn't put it past him.
If you'd like to open an account, please come back during
Oh god,
bank
no.
operations.
Oh no.
Oh, too late.
It just made a noise, nothing more.
He's coming over to check.
Oh
You might
god,
want
no,
to-
it comes over to check. Come on, squeeze through there. Squeeze, you fat
A
woman.
vertical train.
Squeeze,
Yeah.
you fat woman. Why can't she get through there?
Been a routine test. Back to work, everyone.
Ah, okay, just a routine test.
Michael's Bank wishes you a profitable day.
What was that? Why can't I? Never mind. Oh, the robot's on the move again. Come on. Who places these weird boxes in an elevator shaft like
I
that?
would suggest the elevator shaft builders did that.
Fair point. Where am I now?
Boiler room.
Unlikely, this is on the roof.
I think that's probably the lift shaft machinery room. There's a proper name for that. I can't remember.
Ooh, arc pylon. I'm not gonna click that. The space emo boy is gonna talk to me.
I remember when Mia became obsessed with trying to kill someone with the lift. Yeah. Oh!
Arc pylon in the back. When was my last save point?
Who places these weird boxes? The level designers?
Fair point. Ah, good.
Oh, Spotted Cow says today was my last day as agricultural relief, so no more milking of cows for me. Oh, that's
Oh.
a shame. Oh no, I've never seen you milk a cow, but I can imagine that you would be very, very good at it. You seem to have an affinity for the cows.
Oh god.
Mayor's Rara Stone number 92. I'm not going to touch that, or am I?
I'm not.
Bug zapped, said Taka. Giles says, oh, Whiterun, hello, Giles.
How foolish of somebody to just leave this hatch open to... What's that? Oh, that's the vault. Oh, alright.
New clients will receive
Oh,
unlimited
is the
drafts on their
vault.
primary Michael's account.
How
And a
weird.
set of vanilla cookie knives.
The next Rara Stone is going to be, you tried so hard and got so far, but in the end it didn't even matter.
Oh, what's this? A room with nothing in it. Never mind.
Control room? No discussion.
Letter from Jindosh. Director Michaels, my compliments on the board's wisdom in purchasing my exclusive invention, the suspended vault. My servants will assist your workers with the installation of the vault, as its complexity no doubt surpasses their limited mechanical experience. However, the bank will be responsible for maintaining its perfection in the future. If someone is foolish enough to disengage all 4 brake couplings at once, the vault will plummet down the shaft to its destruction. To avoid such a disaster, remove the coupling lever and stow it somewhere safe from all idiots. Barring major catastrophes, my vault will function seamlessly for centuries. Sincerely, Kiran Jindosh.
I could get that vault moving with a little maintenance.
Yeah, but that's really loud. Like, everybody will hear that.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Babom says, when will RimWorld be back up?
Never.
Never is a very long time. And
It's the robot down there, right? There's not another robot in here.
it definitely...
I'm here to steal all your secrets, Dolores.
Oh, that's the woman.
Oh, apparently, YouTube is not receiving video data at a fast enough rate. Your viewers may experience buffering. Ensure your connection is fast enough, or consider using a lower bitrate.
You're not supposed to tell them that.
Well, yeah, that way.
Just hold your horses for the moment. There's nothing you can do at the time. This is Janet's address book.
Anything
I guess
about
I'll
what
copy
bitrate
down the
is.
There, I copied it down.
Good that I was so dramatic about it. What's this?
We're sending at a decent rate.
All right.
Might just be the router. Right? When did we last reboot the router?
I don't know. Dolores, I've resolved our little problem. The pharmacist has gone where he'll trouble us no more. Unfortunately, he left behind a bloody mess. The documents he stole from you are still missing. I've ransacked his home and his shop, but found nothing. I even went to his dreary little artist's garret, but the documents weren't buried in the jumble either. Rumour at the Spectre says Sinfiego sent an archive to someone at the Royal Conservatory. What do you bet that the archive contains your documents? I leave the task of retrieving it in your capable hands. Best, Ivan.
So, I'm going to fall behind a little bit in chat while I catch up with chat. So, RimWorld, it definitely won't be before December, because I'm not going to be doing anything new until after this batch of exams. This batch of exams being just one of them.
Those scenes.
The thing I want to get back into is Bounty Train. That's the thing that's kind of been like. But I have decided that if we talked about a backup game that I can play in the event that, you know, like we're streaming something and we get lots and lots and lots of crashes. We need to call the stream to an end. What do I do instead?
Dolores Michaels likes to keep all her secrets where she can see them.
And I've decided that alternative game, the Plan B game, will be Pixel Piracy. Because I can play that anywhere, anytime. You're going to read? What did you say, Nick? What did you say? I didn't
guy
read it.
trying to figure out the code for the Jindosh lock in the safe. He found out the first lock thing, that being 011, and apparently if you enter the entire 15-digit code into all safe locks, all safes will open.
Oh, I see.
Where did that come from?
Is Mia going to stream more of that bird dating sim he's got so in love with?
No.
Well, he has
I'm not
to, because
streaming.
Minty has made 2 episodes now.
What? No. No.
Every time Minty releases an episode,
Every
Mia's
new
gonna do
Steam
that.
machine, every new 5-minute Steam machine, not anything he puts out.
Anything's as good as that.
A mining camp in the mountain? But
Rage
it's not
Quit's
right.
definitely
It's been changed by the
equivalent.
void. It doesn't exist. Or shouldn't.
Should Sal buy him a bird and marry him to it? Says Giles. Spotted Cow says that milking cows has been his job for 6 years and it's time to get a normal job where I can sleep to 7 and go to work and home at 4 and not start at 5 a.m. Yeah, 5 a.m. for me is a very late night. Maybe not even that very late, but it's definitely not a morning. thought cows came from outer space. Terry says, bounty train, yes! Babam says, Starship Theory? That was just something that, because we were having a problem, we were having technical difficulties, and I switched on Starship Theory because it was just something I'd been playing, and so I thought, well, we'll do a bit of that to fill the time. But if you really liked it, we can do a bit more Starship Theory. It's not something that I can just switch on and play. It needs a little bit of practice to remember the controls and stuff. Terry says, I'm just sad more people aren't watching Life is Feudal. Well, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but everybody, watch Life is Feudal.
I need you to let me in.
Outsider's eyes. If Pena caught me sleeping on the job, he'd make me run the shop block. May I have the code, please?
It's B15D. Now let me in.
Okay. Come on in. And I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Chief Pena about my attention lapse.
Jesus, I just woke some guy up. I thought this opens the door. I'm having a nervous breakdown.
Potato says, have Mia send me the details of the game and I'll make a thumbnail for it, Sal. I'm not sure when I'll play it though, because it's just in the event of a technical difficulty which is going to bring a stream to an end far too soon, then I'll just switch to pixel piracy. That because it's a game I've played on and off for more years than I've had my computer. I used to play it on my old laptop. It's one of the few games I could play on my old laptop. But yes, I shall send you the details. Evil potato, says Giles. Potato shushes Giles, saying, or I'll draw you in a sexy outfit. I got a pen and I'm not afraid to use it. Terry says 5 AM is when Anubis and Bulls finish their Elite Dangerous streams. Giles says I've been up for nearly 72 hours once. I think Jim Hon holds the record. How many hours were we streaming?
I'm trying to forget, so please don't ask me.
We had a 24-hour live stream that went on for about 4 days in total, and Jim Hon was passed out for about 2 hours at various points, but anyway, Terry says he'll go back to sleep when Mia smashes his head into the floor. Oh, good idea, Mia. Oh, that was 72. Was that Jim Hon's 72? Did 72 hours.
Ew.
I hate these things. Why are they smiling?
That's a good question. Oops. Ugh. Yeah, come on. People want to know what the New Year's stream is. People that you're referring to.
Sorry, I was just watching. I was fascinated by that tunnel that you were just whizzing down there. Is Potato still salty about his failed weekend stream? Oh, did you have a failed weekend stream, Potato? I never got any notification that one was going or anything.
You were asleep at that time.
That's why I didn't get the notification. I don't remember seeing them because, you know, I've set it up so it should get something. I should know I missed one. Mia has now collected 312 grams of salt, and Babom says, was that the New Year's stream you're referring to? Yes, that was the last year's New Year's stream.
Oh, come on. They usually get angry once they notice, so I'll leave that in.
Yeah, probably a good idea. This is probably a sign of theft. Which, if you're a bank guard, is probably a bad thing.
I mean, yeah, sure, but still. They're all asleep. Can't they wait with that until I'm done here? Oh, goodness. Come on. Come on. Fine.
Have you stood on a chair or something?
I'm stood on the... Yeah.
There you go, King's
that
carpet stops
knittering would
electricity.
get annoying if this is the guard break room. Oh god, I'm standing in a pyramid of whiskey tumblers or something.
Speaking of New Year's Eve streams, any plans for the next one?
Well, there is the plan to have one. That's about the extent of it so far.
Oh, have we got that far?
Well, I thought it's now a tradition.
There's...
Ugh.
I
Hello
mean,
there, friend.
imagine. Certainly over the Christmas period I won't be working much and... yes.
Alright, so do we send the
Like
vault
doing
to
the
the director's
streams?
office or the archives? Archives, I guess.
Why is the vault moving? What's going on?
This is a robbery, just testing the mechanism or say nothing.
Testing the mechanism.
Everything is fine. Just testing the mechanism.
That wasn't scheduled. Nobody tells me anything. All right.
That's when you go, yeah, no, management. I only found out about it this morning as well. Thought I was going over to the east side.
Don't be so chatty when you're robbing a bank, please.
Don't know, I've managed to black my way into plenty of places by doing that kind. We call it busking. Just busk it. Busk your way. Not like illegal places, but, you know, maybe places I shouldn't have been. Oh, Potato said that his plan kind of died when only one person showed. Oh, sorry about that, Potato. But even if you've only got one viewer, you've got to keep on going.
I told you she'd say that.
Yeah, because like when I started streaming, I don't think
She had nobody.
I had no viewers. I didn't have viewers, and then it got really weird because all you people turned up, and I didn't know what. Well, it was a bit odd at first. In fact, you can tell when it started getting odd because in my old Banished series, which one day I will complete. Maybe I'll do that this new year. In fact, Life is Feudal has got me got my appetite for doing a bit of Banished. How am I supposed to open with this floor in the way? But when I started doing Banished, it was recordings of a stream that I put out on YouTube. But then it got to the point where people would start talking to me and I'd have to start talking back to chat. And so I switched to recording instead.
Locked.
That's
I
the
need
point
the
where I
Vault
started
Master
getting-
key to get in.
Oh, Jesus, Cowslipy Christ, where's the Vault Master key? Vault key. Right, that's cool. I'm not having a nervous breakdown again.
Anything you've done once before becomes a tradition, says Terry. True. And Bernie's laughing at it. Oh, have we gone that far? Says Sally, you're just precious. There's me talking about it. Oh, we got that far. We're planning to have one. We've made a plan to plan one. Didn't even know we got that far. Potato drew Sal killing Mia a lot instead. Oh, so that's how Sal gets into those nightclubs. Well, funny you should say that. I did once blag it into an all-male gay nightclub. Just because I wanted to know what was going on in there. Maybe Janice's house. And Taser says, well, I just ran out of ideas after an hour and basically burnt myself out. Yeah, I mean, it's a good way to start, is to do short streams to start with. Just don't treat it like a job with fixed hours. So, I mean, yeah, you know,
once me. It was here the entire time.
You gotta look after your sexy viewers. But when you haven't, sorry, carry on.
10th day, month of timber, another day of smiling at these wealthy fools and taking their treasures. I wonder how they'd feel if they knew their snabby little family heirlooms don't interest me. Now I seek a far greater prize, a jewel of immeasurable worth. Immortality. Well, that's a bit of a jump there, don't you think? From the moment I first learned of the cult's great secret, I near must have it. Everything I once valued, wealth, power, influence, had all faded to insignificance. What material possession can compare to eternal life? And if having it means I must live in some filthy mine worshipping black stones with gullible fools, then so be it. A small price to pay for such a rich reward, to stare down the unblinking eye of time itself, to lock down centuries as wealth of the Isles falls to dust around me. This is the only treasure worth having. 10th day, month of timber. Again, why another date? Anyway. Before I can seize my immortality, I must deal with the mess Sinfiogo's created. Outside I take that traitor. The cult can never know that he stole the documents they entrusted to me. If the information about their secret void entrance fell into the wrong hands, it would destroy everything. My plans would be ruined. No, I won't let that happen. Those oracular sisters have closed off the royal conservatory, but that's a minor obstacle. As I know well, there's always a way past the most secure defenses. I just need to think of it.
Good. I have the vault key.
Right.
What else is she hiding? They know a way into the void. Cienfuegos sent Isla's documents to the Royal Conservatory. I need to find out what he knew. The conservatory is my next step.
Right, so waddling down again. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Well, I can see that. At least you're not taking care of chat anymore.
With the intersection. You sexy views.
Oh, would you mind? Ah, good, the robot can't see me. Come on. Oh, this wasn't so hard now, was it? Oh, that door almost shoved me off. Right. Have you figured out the lock?
What? Chat?
Well, maybe chat too. Come on, chat, give me a combination. I know it starts with 11, and then it goes on a radio. Oh, look, it made a noise.
Alright, I think I just did a thing. Sorry, chat. I was paying attention.
So all I need to do is wait until I can hear that noise. So.
What have I missed?
What? I don't know.
Where were we? Ah, right, yes.
Two locks. This has to be the one.
Was Sal looking for Mia in this nightclub? No, this is years before I knew Mia. And Terry Love says, my old gay boss took his team on a tour of Brighton and gay pubs. And he was the best boss I ever had. Yeah, one of the best bosses I ever had was a gay guy. And one of my other best bosses was a sheep farmer. Really bizarre. It was like he had a fair. This was in a sort of technical role. He had it was a senior management, not board level, but one down. So he had a fairly senior job. work in an office in Manchester city centre, but he lived in the countryside and had a little sheep farm. And he used to look like shit at lambing time because he'd be coming into work after having been up all night and stuff. Yeah, bizarre. Tammy says, I just logged in. What about a nightclub? We were talking about like talking your way into places where you're not supposed to be. As in, Mia was just having a chat with was it a security guard or someone?
Yes.
To allow himself to trying to convince him that he was a maintenance guy or maintenance woman. Yeah, so we were talking about places that we've talked our way into in the past. I was looking for the one dressed in lederhosen. It was actually an all-male gay bar full of bears. You know, they're sort of the like real big, hairy gay guys. At the bomb, an interesting place with a crap beach, as in Brighton, gay capital of Britain, Brighton. Fight you for it, Giles. Spotted Cow says, I'll try and catch you next stream, Potato. The bomb says, fair enough, Terry. Bill also says, immortality is Buldrin, which is like a play on children. Unless you enjoy watching all your loved ones die off one after the other.
Yes. Sorry.
Potato says, well, if I had at least 3 hours worth of ideas, plus the plan of ideas from other people, but due to having basically no one each idea died out like a match till I had none left. Giles says, although Manchester has the largest university campus in Britain. True. Potato says, no, I was only planning to stream for 2 hours, so the whole idea will be a good one to do again if I'm taking part for the New Year's stream. This is assuming that there is a New Year's stream. Can't guarantee there will be. It may have been mentioned, according to me. That wouldn't surprise me. Advantages of pebble beaches: no sun, getting in the most in the most awkward of places. No annoying kids throwing sand in your face. It's better, retains the heat better, so it stays warm even when the sun sets. Okay, well that explains why you would put a nudist beach on in Brighton then. We don't have a nudist beach in Manchester or Brighton then. Is this the Fibonacci bit?
Yes. So I've figured it out. I only need to try out all 999 combinations minus 11. Now minus 235 for the next one.
Oh god. PM for you in Discord when the stream is done. I shall have a look.
Unless chat tells me the combination.
And Potato says, man, what are the odds that the safe code is 123? And Tammy says, okay, and hello everyone.
Hello, Tammy.
But Mom says, Mia, please don't try and brute force it, please.
Watch me. I already brute forced one of them.
And Giles says you want about Barely Bear South.
Hold on, no, that's wrong.
In that club?
Oh no!
Spotted Cow says, Mia, do you want the codes?
Yes, please.
Drenmire. Oh, my attempt to find a non-offensive alternative to the word shit, as in bullshit. So, Buldrin. There you go, Mia. So, yeah. 1,000 Mia, 000 is a possible combination. Oh, good point, good point.
Old diary. Except from pages torn from an old diary dating 1841, she'd done up one of her bat chambers with velvet and candles. If she had brought in a lamp, it would have looked shabby, but the candles made it eerie. I suppose that was the point. One of her servants must have set up an audiograph to play music behind a curtain too, because I could hear muffled strings all evening. We sat around a table and held hands and chanted over a little bit of whalebone she had found. It felt stupid, really. I was hoping for more, some thunder or a witch to appear and dance on the table for us, I don't know. But I sensed a presence, some restless energy. It's hard to describe. Something was reaching out to me. Maybe it was Mother, but it was upset, angry, almost It felt like the time I got tangled in weeds at the bottom of the estate district ponds and Father had to jump in to save me. I didn't tell anyone. I know it was just a silly game, but if we can capture voices in autograph machines, or light with those new silvergraphs, then why can't we capture spirits in some kind of machine too? I should speak to Anton.
And yet we got the codes, and it makes sense actually. So because 0 and 1 is 1,
Oh,
1 and 1 is
13.
2,
Jesus.
1 and 2 is 3, 2 and 3 is 5, 5 and 8 is 13, 8 and 13 is whatever the next number is, 21, and so on.
That would have taken me a while to get to 813. Oh, damn it. Also, while you're not reading our chat anymore.
I've read out chat. Potato, check Steam.
You and I were both abandoned to uncertain futures on dangerous streets and taken in by murderers.
I don't care about you being
Doubt
abandoned.
spared your
I
life
feel
all
pretty
those
good about
years
it.
ago, but I was taught a lesson that you still haven't learned. Someone stay with you, even in the void.
Give it to me. I don't have time for this.
Finally, she
Time
has some
repeats the
sense.
same unending patterns. 4,000 years ago, this knife cut my name away. Forgotten forever. You know what it's like to lose one name and live with another. We are all made by the things that are taken from us.
I've seen the people you've twisted with your poisonous magic. You know what I want. You know I'm coming for you.
I know more than most. I know that time is bleeding into itself around you. I know that you have felt it, and you are searching for the places where the world has broken against the void. I know that Dowd is dead where you left him on your ruined ship, and you will carry that knife with you to face me at the black center of all things.
Why are you doing this?
Come on, let me turn
Why are you
around.
talking to me now?
I'm
I
here
don't want
because
to
you
talk
are
to you.
different. The void has found you through the cracks in your broken life. And when you cut me out of it, what will remain? What will you leave behind when you walk away?
What does the outsider want from me? Dowd. Is he really gone? I have the knife. I need to get back to the dreadful whale.
Well, no, we're stealing things first. So where was I? A13, 455.
A13 would be 21, 3, wouldn't it?
To there. And the last one is 89. I hate this guy so much.
Who? Fibonacci?
No. No. The space emo guy.
Ah.
Alright, what do we have here? Some ore, a telescope, a pouch, speculations on the afterlife. Except from speculations on the void by Honoria Casella. If all spirits vanish into the void upon their demise, why then are the wandering ones from folktales and legends always unhappy? Where are the tranquil and benevolent spirits? Do they not linger in the void like their darker counterparts? I think not. Those who lead virtuous lives receive the gift of oblivion upon passing. They dissolve into the void like mist, casting off the worrisome shackles of mortal identity to become one with the foundational materials. Wicked spirits, however, earn a cruel fate. Their punishment is to wander the void for eternity, unable to return to this world and contact loved ones. They retain only memory enough to suffer. Imagine their pain, drifting through empty expanse alone for centuries. No sensation, no solace, no redemption, an unmoored spirit gasping with regret in a sea of nothingness forever. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. I'm going to close that one. A note on Clockwork Allegiance. There's an uncomplicated grace to my machines, which few in the Isles appreciate. That is not to say they are simple. My Clockwork soldiers are not simple. Oh no, their complexity is beyond the comprehension of the patrons who purchase them for their saloons. Well beyond that of the Duke and his Grand Guard, and beyond those small-minded imbeciles of the Academy of Natural Philosophy. I'm rightly praised for the intricacy of their design, but once I recognize that they are infinitely more simple than schemers to sing praises from one side of their mouth while muttering curses with the other. No, I could never abide duplicity. Barring sabotage, my clockwork soldiers know friend from foe and will never confuse the two. And should one of my cloying clients, having purchased one of my clockwork soldiers, try turn against me once they have the power of my greatest creation at their disposal, they will swiftly learn what true integrity is. All of my clockwork soldiers will respond to the spoken code GIN 4690 IFF and realign their allegiance with the speaker. I alone know their secrets, and it will be locked away for all time. My machines will never be used against me. That is their inestimable beauty.
That voice crack just made me sound like Scooby-Doo.
That's interesting. Let's try that.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Oop, oop, oop.
Zal must be twitching in her seat by now, given how much stuff Mira's leaving unlooted. Well, he's got no one to sell it to, though, has he? So...
Michaels and Associates offers the best security
if
in
he'd
the
had
aisle.
to go through all the
Clockwork
numbers.
Soldier Command Code JIN 4690 IFF.
The jewel in our crown, the elevator vault.
Hi! Wow.
It's a good job that worked.
Starting a commercial venture, Michaels and Associates.
Lovely. Excuse me, buddy. Well, since that one won't be angry anymore if I turn this here off. I can turn this here off, right?
Do you want to save it before you try? Is it Lydia? Yes, it's a new Lydia.
Lydia, my dear friend! Oh, she left me. That's alright, I can find a new one.
Michaels Bank.
Oh, and Dennis said just before, sorry, while all that said, Shimony, Schnoo, I fell asleep, what did I miss? Vertical trains, bounty trains, large gay men, and mere safe cracking with the help of Spotted Cow and Fibonacci.
Thank you,
Electrified floors,
by the
train
way.
guards, clockwork sentinels, and the jewel in our crown.
Now, to make it look like I never broke in the first place.
Make arrangements with Director Michaels for a private
Oh, I can't say nothing.
security box. Reservations are limited.
Only 5 minutes.
What?
Only got 5 minutes left.
I'm pretty sure that's another 25 minutes.
Oh yeah, it looked like 21:54. Mia's got very odd font on his screen. My clock's half an hour fast, which doesn't help.
Clockwork Soldier Command Code JIN 4690 IFF.
What is your mind?
Machines in space!
Reminder.
What was that?
The safest.
I'm gonna sue Chindosh. Hold on, I think he's dead. Come on. I'm not happy with that. I said the command phrase.
Well, it started off just being... it was 6 minutes fast, and then over the years it's just got slightly faster, and now it's about half an hour fast. At least if I'm half an hour late, I seem to be on time. I've never been one for watches and clocks around the place anyway, but There was one. I had a car, clock on the dial, obviously, and it was 6 minutes fast. And I realised that I tended to be 6 minutes less late than
mess
normal.
when they find out what I've done. But until then, nothing but quiet.
Dennis says, I swear I make up the weirdest things when I'm tired. I swear I heard Mia say, firefighters are amazingly flexible. You really got to admire that. See, what happened there, Mia?
I started vibrating, I think.
Yeah.
And nobody expects a thing. Ugh, right. Excuse me while I dispose of that. Nobody will notice.
Was that a naked guy?
That was the dog!
Oh,
that
okay.
was the dog, you...
Like the... Oh, yeah. It looked... Because it was the dog when you picked it up. But, I was kind of looking out the corner of my eye because I was looking at chat. And then, as you walked away from it and I saw it out the corner of my eye again, I thought it was a naked guy. The dog's shoulder blades kind of looked like pecs, and I thought I saw, like, man nipples.
Oh, no.
There was a dog.
I'll find you, you know.
What do you mean you'll find me? Go away.
Yep. Hi, Jim. It's Jim Hom.
Hello, Jim Hom.
Yes, it was a dog.
Oh, no. Now, in keeping with the new thumbnail
Sexy
potato
viewer
made for
time.
us.
Yes, it's sexy viewer time. Terry says, it's ugly as a dog, but as a man, boy, that would be something else. And Dennis says that when he heard the thing that he thought you heard you said, he was like, what type of that was like as in Shiminy Shoe, and woke up from his half sleeping realising it had been 40 minutes.
Now, in keeping with the lovely new thumbnail Potato made for us, look at this. Nobody will guess that. Oh no! Oh no! Everybody guessed that.
Everybody guessed, yeah. Belle also says, at Cell, we all see what we want to see.
What's that dog doing there?
Oh, and your Rawstone, Mia's Rawstone number 93 is override code GIN48. Damn, I got it wrong. Can I retry? Where's the undo button? Jim says, what have I walked into? Let's see.
What's that?
Vertical elevators, large hairy gay men.
Hold on, there was a dog around. Where did that go?
What else has been the major topic? Dogs that are extremely ugly or may not be kind of buff naked men in Skip.
What's this?
Blagging your way into places that you're not supposed to be. Yeah, basically sexy viewer time.
Oh, that's the black market. And that's a button to open the door. Hold on. Let me quickly buy some upgrades.
Yeah, bears.
Bears? Why are we talking about bears?
Large hairy gay men. Bears. That's what we were talking about, was bears. Because it was a bear nightclub that I blagged my way into.
On the board over here.
Just because I wanted to see.
You look like the kind who could be interested. Always a pleasure to serve you.
Hello, yes, I would like to buy this.
Teeth.
Oh, and thanks for the stone grinder, Mia, says Jim.
Oh yeah, you're welcome.
I changed the security system. Don't worry. Everything's perfectly safe and under control now.
Alrighty, weird lady. Ooh, hook mines. I'd like to have better
I'm
ones.
certain
And I'd like to have
you'll be
more hook
satisfied with your
mines.
purchase.
What else?
I took over the shop recently. The previous owner had an accident.
What a lovely woman.
Dennis says, Speaking of undo buttons, I find it hilarious how when I draw an IRL and mess up, I instinctively go to where the Z button should be in reality. And then I end up just pressing on my table like an idiot. And Potato says, stone grinder? Yeah, that I was about to say, me? Stone grinder?
Let the man grind his stones. Don't question it.
I hope you'll think of me again.
Oh yeah, just in a few seconds, actually.
Anytime you need a stone grinder, me as your man.
What? No, that's not the point.
At least give us the game.
What?
Medieval engineers?
What?
Medieval engineers?
What? Sal, why would you think this? Look!
It's not gonna
Look
be
at the
space
poor
engineers.
woman! This is your fault. You did this.
I didn't do that.
Oh.
I'm sat on my hands.
You incentivized people to do this.
Haha. Taka says for medieval engineers.
How dare she?
Jim says, may want to move again soon. The entire bottom of the map will soon belong to the rolling few. And Babom says, Maya likes that grinder action.
What do you mean they belong to the rolling view? What's this?
And for people who don't know, we have is it an open public server from Medieval Engineers?
Yes, it's an open public server. Anybody could join, and this is not even chloroform.
Who needs a stone grinder? I use my teeth. Also, this game is really loud.
Is it? I'm sorry. I mean, it looked fine on my end.
Yeah, it seems okay. At least compared to our audio.
Good. The poppy tincture is mine. I'm sure I can make up the loss at the bank.
But, lady, we've already been there. I'm already suffering from memory loss. She's still got some lovely chairs out there, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Don't lie with the sponges. Go sit in the
Rolling
comfy
through
chair.
the entire bottom of the map.
You upset me. What's that lady doing there?
Wearing
Hi.
a hat.
Leave me alone, please.
All right, she asked politely, and I will comply. Hello, good friend.
I don't want anything with you.
All right, you didn't say please
fine.
though.
Remember that next time you haven't got a light for your fag.
I guess I'm using the skiff now. Choo-choo, look, I'm driving a boat train.
Boat train, yeah.
I mean, look, the front part kind of looks like a train.
For the non-British, fag is colloquial for
Ignore the fact
cigarette.
that I
Not
did
gay
things.
Is that an eagle with a hamster's head?
I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be an owl.
Looks
And
like
it's in the
an
Royal
eagle.
Conservatory, which kind of just sounds like they're now reusing old missions.
Mia, do the train song.
I'm not doing the train song, because
I watched
Sal's
the
doing the
fires
stream
burn
thing.
all night. Smoke blocking out the stars. Water hissing as the hull of my old ship blackened around his body.
Don't commit suicide by burning down the entire ship? That's a bit inconsiderate.
No closer than I did all those years ago. How much coin was on your head, old man? Now no one but the Void can collect.
Where's she putting
For
her
years,
hand?
I imagined the outsider offering me his mark. Instead, he's given me the knife that made him. A weapon that can surely unmake him as well. I can't begin to understand his motives. But I know
set my
what
boat
God
on
wants.
fire.
And if he's got to wander the void forever, maybe I can give him some measure of peace by ending this.
Lady, this is
As
a bit
the dreadful
much.
whale burned to cinders, did the outsider laugh or just watch? Same as me. It's as fine a pyre as I could make. Farewell, Dowd. I'll finish what you started.
A boat's got a lot of metal parts.
I had that ship for years,
Isn't
and
that-
it burned away in hours. Dowd is dead, and Megan Foster died with him.
What am I now? Anyway, a boat's got a lot of
One
metal...
of the eyeless,
Would
a
you mind
painter
I'm talking with
pharmacist,
myself?
stole information about how to enter the void. His name was Cienfuegos, and he was obsessed, just like the rest of them. But he went too far. Before the eyeless killed him, he sent what he'd stolen to the curator of the Royal Conservatory. Maybe she could have helped him. He never found that out. The curator is gone, but whatever Cienfuegos sent her is still there. The Abbey of the Everyman has taken over. They've sent overseers and oracular sisters to search the place for heresy. I need to find whatever's left of the pharmacist's archive before they tear the conservatory apart.
Oof. Now I forgot what I was gonna say.
You were about to have a little rant there.
Yeah, I was, but I
The
forgot about
information
what.
I need could be in the archives down in the conservatory basement, or in the curator's office. It'll be full of Abbey zealots either way.
Yeah, Bella also saying, huh? I was trying to call sellout for using the 3-letter F word, and Twitch shut me down.
Well,
Yeah.
good on you, Twitch.
It's yeah, I realised as I said it that actually to an international audience that's not a word that translates well. In the UK it's not a derogatory term for a gay man, it just means cigarette.
Fine
and it's
day's
not.
work, brother. We need only record the heretical text we burned today, and
This
our
is the
task
conservatory.
Now,
Yeah, both
where's
metal
that
and fire.
ledger?
What?
Here, on the bench. But don't worry.
Both metal
I
and
already
fire.
noted
Oh,
all
yeah,
of the
right.
burned books. We should see if Sister Rosewood needs a hand, though. She discovered
There's
some
nothing I can
troubling
save
items
from
in
that
the
fire.
curator's office.
It's all ashes.
What now?
I need to check that
How am I
ledger and see if
supposed to
what I
get
want
to
is
that
still
thing?
here.
This place is crawling with
I tell
people.
you, I've seen enough.
Over the rooftops.
Take one mandrake root
Have
recipe
you seen how high the rooftops are, lady?
No, this was different. Sister Rose went to the
Lady.
archive's hiding place in a vision. She seemed deeply disturbed by what was in it, from what Brother Diaz
It's
told
funny
me.
being called lady
He
in
heard her
anger.
whisper, "This could destroy the Abbey." What? Stop this talk. It is nearing blasphemy.
Well, good to know that. Right, so boat, metal, fire. So if you burn down your boat, you only burn down the wood parts, and the parts that are not submerged in water, because, you know, that's kind of extinguishing fire. So if you burn your bloody boat down, you're kind of leaving a huge wreck in the bay where you burned your boat down. That's pollution of the waterways. That's not good. That's inconsiderate of the woman. I should let myself get captured by the authority to make up for the horrible things I've just done to this bay area. Am I supposed to get there now? My arms are too short. Come on. Are you kidding me?
I'm not sure. I mean, people look up here.
Come on.
Are you sure about
on.
that?
My arms are too short. Never mind me.
Doesn't look like a.
Fine. I'll fall down here and. There's a lady standing there. Do you think she'll report me to the guards?
Probably.
Hello,
There must be
lady.
another
Over
reason.
here.
Oh, she's whispering us to be over there. Hello, Courtney. What are you doing here?
What do you want?
It's my Lonnie. He
I
went
don't
into
have a
that building
Lonnie.
with the red poster over there. Said he wanted to check for something real quick like. Well, that was hours ago, and he's not back. And with overseers crawling all over the place, I just know something bad happened.
You look tough. Why don't you go check on him?
Can't. Promised I'd stay put right here, out of harm's way. Lon says we can't risk us both getting hurt. Especially if... Please. Can you just go check on him for me? I'll make it worth your while.
I bet you won't.
Alright, fine. I guess I go check
But you
on
can-
Lonnie.
But it might
Excuse
help
me.
you know, get out of the place.
Dear Courtney, I got your test results back and it's good news. I confirm that you are indeed expecting. Congratulations, I placed gestations around 7 weeks. The first few months are critical for your child's development, so avoid stressful situations. No medications or spirits. Eat healthily and limit your seafood consumption. No hackfish. It's been known to cause deformations. Barring any unusual occurrences, I'll expect to see you in my clinic next month for another consultation. Best, Dr. Herreras.
She looks like a Helga, says Potato.
I mean, I suppose.
My mum says, as a qualified scuba diver, I somewhat agree with Mia about the boat. Jim says, oh, and I was going to ask if the server needed a road built through town.
Oh, geez.
We know you're in there. Surrender and we won't harm you for entering a quarantined area.
Yes, that's lovely of you.
We'll just deliver you to the void. Open the door! Open the cursed door!
Fine.
You can't stay in there forever. Let's see. This door was supposed to be closed.
Are you kidding me? You just asked me to open the door!
Maybe you're supposed to suffocate them.
Oh.
Oh.
No. Oh, that's Lonnie.
What was it?
Dear Lonnie, I've been thinking about the last time we talked. You said you're torn up inside that she can't offer Courtney a decent proposal with no ring. Well, my boss had to leave a stash of jewelry behind in her apartment when they put Syria Gardens under quarantine. If I recall right, there's a ring in there you might use for a proposal. It'll do until you find a nicer one anyway. Consider it my wedding gift to you two. Fondly, Marosia.
Am I being presumptuous? Oh. To cross paths with that monstrous assassin.
No.
Hey!
I guess.
Who is?
Excuse me.
You aren't going yet? Die, creature of the void!
It had to be like this, didn't it? Anyway. Luckily, there's a couch right here, so it's all lovely.
Dennis says, I have an odd desire for ice cream. Tropical fruit ice cream. I wonder where I can get ice cream. Oh, that's just reawakening. That you used to be able to get a type of ice cream called Tutti Frutti in the UK, which was just plain ice cream, but it had tiny little bits of candied fruit, like like glacier cherries, but tiny little sweet bits, and it was fruit rather than sugar or rind. It wasn't even my favourite ice cream as a kid because it wasn't chocolate, but I've wanted a Tutti Frutti ice cream for about 10 years and I can't find any. Terry says, I have some strawberry cheesecake in the freezer. Stop it, all of you, stop it. I want some cheesecake, but I really want some Tutti Frutti ice cream.
I guess this is the jewellery box he was going for. You're a bit of a fool. Why would you climb up the fragile wooden thing if you could just step on the oven?
Is he asleep or dead?
He looks dead. Oh no, never mind, there's the wedding ring. You already got it. He's dead. He's pretty much dead.
Are you sure?
He looks dead.
Like knocked out.
I mean, I can't pick him up. He's leaking blood everywhere. He's smoking.
He's definitely dead now.
Why can't I not pick him up? I could bring her his Lonnie. Her Lonnie.
Is Sal ignoring me? Sorry.
Yes.
One more wrecked boat won't matter in this setting.
Well, to get some change, you have to start with yourself.
Sounds good, like that.
What?
Sorry, I've just Belosso's asked, is Sal ignoring me? I'm just looking to see what it is that I've missed. Everyone's talking about cheesecake, and I was watching stream instead of watching chat.
Oh, come on.
My mum likes lemon cheesecake better. I do prefer lemon cheesecake to strawberry cheesecake. Yeah, strawberry cheesecake is probably one of my least favourite cheesecakes, but
Mini Knife is really
I like
freaky.
Sal from 1 to 11.6. How bad, aka good, is your obsession with chocolate?
Before you answer that, let's talk to Courtney.
Okay.
Hi.
I'm sorry. He didn't make it.
He was dumb enough
But I
to
found this
climb
letter
on
with him.
thing.
Thought you might want it.
No. Lonnie. Thank you.
Wow, she is taking this rather
Took
well.
that well.
What am I gonna do without him?
Festive leave, don't stand.
She yawn.
Am I boring you? Okay, fine, I guess. Rude. You can go back to your chocolate waiting.
It's not an 11.6 because if there's only nasty tasting chocolate, I don't like white chocolate. It's just too sweet. It doesn't taste like chocolate. It's like chocolate with all the chocolate taken out and replaced with sugar. A really dark chocolate I enjoy, but only in small amounts. Sort of mass-produced, sort of high street chocolate I could probably eat by the kilo. But chocolate's my favourite flavour of things. Favourite flavour ice cream, favourite flavour cake, favourite icing on donuts, that sort of stuff.
True.
So maybe an 8 out of 11.6. Jim Holland says he has a raspberry and strawberry shortcake.
Is it just me, or is there a reasonable amount of tripwires in here?
Yeah, that's a lot of tripwires.
Like,
You would
who
imagine
does
there
that?
must be a reason for it,
I hope so.
because a couple of tripwires are likely to be set off, but when you put that many tripwires, anyone trying to break in is going to notice and be on their guard, surely.
Well, yeah, but eventually they get, overconfident and then don't notice one in particular. And oh, like this one. Oh no! Which one did I set up? Oh no, there was one.
Ah! See me,
Well, they weren't very strategically placed, I'll give you that. Like, look, I got through them. Through all of those traps without any real problems.
Indeed. Stop ignoring Bear, that's not nice, though. Spotty Cow says I have some hazelnut and toffee milk chocolate. Because I went to a Bear bar. Sounds good, Spotty Cow, indeed.
Why do I want to pick that up?
It's alright now, Sal, apparently. Good. I have Haagen-Dazs ice cream, strawberry cheesecake flavour. Okay. I do like a nice blackberry crumble as well. I prefer an apple crumble to a blackberry crumble, but I'll give you that. Any crumble is better than no crumble. Dennis says chocolate cake is all I need. My mom says...
Yes. Watch for wet smell. Watch for smell fat and blood and burning.
Okay.
Babom says cookie dough is the best Haagen-Dazs. I like it. I will eat more of it than I should if there is some, but it's not one I would choose. I tend to find some of the lumpy bits in it are a bit oversweet for me. Alfie says I have a good recipe for triple chocolate muffins. Dennis says white chocolate isn't chocolate, it's hardened condensed milk. Yeah, I agree. With sugar. Although, if you get a can of, what was it? Sterilised cream, I think it is. Like that thick cream that's not really very nice that your grandmother used to keep. And what you do is you punch 2 holes in the lid and then you put it in a pan of boiling water and you boil it for something like 3 hours. And it turns into toffee and it's amazing.
I've got to hand it to them. I can see why they'd want to reuse this level. The Royal Conservatory is a very
pretty.
nice building.
Architectural masterpiece, I'd say.
Anyway, if I remember correctly, there is a pathway over there.
Oh, hang on. We've missed.
What?
There's lots to talk about chocolate and things. Cookies and cream is my favourite chocolate bar, says Potato. Dennis says, I love dark chocolate. I usually eat the 60% dark chocolate that is only supposed to be used for cooking. Vorm says, I do like a nice dark chocolate. Terry says cookies and cream is pretty good. My mom says, I remember when my grandma used to make tiffin. That was the best. Does tiffin... Remember what tiffin is. Belle also says, anyone here like breast milk ice cream? Ew!
Oh no. Oh no.
Oops.
Very gracefully executed. Nobody noticed. I just didn't want to break my legs.
Dennis says, it's a good thing I also work out like it's my life as much as I eat chocolate. Someone triggered the bomb to explode and the smoke cleared. It revealed the following message, 10 p.m.
Oh,
Spotted
already?
Cow said, condensed milk. Time is up, says Potato.
Well, in that case, I guess goodbye, everybody. Was
Hang
lovely.
on, okay, we can stop the game there, but I've still got things. I've still got things in chat. Frozen condensed milk, isn't that cool for you, getting Indian restaurant? Yeah, this is boiled condensed milk, but it might be. Coffee's quite nice, so yeah, maybe it is. Sal, here's a trick to turn condensed milk into toffee.
Why do I do this all the time? Go ahead.
Just
keep
pour
talking.
out the whole frippery can in the boiling pot and leave it there for like 30 minutes. Yeah, Scottish tablet, says Terry. But Mom says tiffin is like solid dark chocolate with nuts and fruit in it. Oh, that sounds so good. Especially one that a grandmother has made. I bet it's really good. My grandmother's speciality was always apple pie and apple crumble. Oh. Anyway, as Dennis says, oh no, time is up. So, yeah, we shall call the stream to an end. So do join us again tomorrow, where I'll be playing Whiterun. Skyrim. There's a slip up for you. 8 p.m. GMT plus 1. That's about 2 hours from now. Or join us again next week at this time, but 2 hours ago. So that's 8 p.m. GMT plus 1 on a Wednesday for more of Dishonored with Mia. He's just thrown a grenade at you, Mia.
I know. Well, that's a lovely ending. Goodbye, everybody. Cheerio. Woo! Sal, you were supposed to stop, but whoa!
Thanks for watching, sexy viewers. Bye.